Today is July 19th and the Plumbago is blooming right here. Here is some hardy geraniums, almost the same color. I love this Plumbago. It's like a ground cover. There's many different kinds of it. Evidently this kind here is just like a ground cover. And it's growing all over here from one little plant. And in this pot here is just some geraniums. I think this winter I'm going to save all my geraniums. These are lemon lilies. They're a kind of daylilies. This is Cassandra. And this is just some creeping myrtle that worked its way in here. And this is lamium right there. It's just kind of nice having all these little ground covers in here. If you want a really super low maintenance flower bed, that's one way to do it. Just put these different ground covers. My favorite ground cover here is just the Plumbago though. And the daylilies is probably, you don't want to have a tall thing in there. And these loose strife, they're not blooming now, but they can get kind of weedy looking. And and these daylilies. This is a more dwarf daylily, and I guess I'm not sure of the name. There is a dwarf daylily called Stella d'Oro, and I don't know if this is it or not. But you can see how much smaller this daylily is from this one here. This has only been growing here for a few years, and it's been slowly multiplying. But you can see it's really a head high on me. So if you want a more nice dwarf daylily for the front of the house, this one is a lot better. And this here is a hibiscus that I planted, I think a couple of years ago. And it was just a bare root, and I even forgot where I bought it. But you can see right in here, there's some blooms coming on. And hibiscus is like a lot of moisture, and they don't start until late in the year. And have a very huge blooms, the size of the palm of your hand. And here is another hibiscus. This hibiscus loves this location. It's right here by the hose. And it's got these blooms here coming on. And right here is some blooms. You can see how big they are right there. Kind of down in there. But look at all these blooms coming on. Because it really likes this location right next to the garden hose. So every time you use the garden hose, it gets wet at the end. And this here is Balm. And I didn't know it was so big when I planted it here. I cut it to the ground, and then it's grown back this much, just in a month or so. But when I've got one out back that I'll show you, that is waist high. These are American violets. This is Lily of the Valley, and this is Nasturtiums. They have a large plumey flower. Here's geraniums. I love the smell of geraniums. This lily of the valley has a really nice smell. It has a small, kind of insignificant white bell-shaped flowers, but they really smell good. Here's a hooker. It almost died and that came back. Here is a more Heuchera coral bells. Here's Lunera. This is more coral bells. These are lily the valleys that I don't want. Here's a geranium. Look at all the new growth on it. And here's another geranium. Here's more begonias. Here's begonia. And another begonia. You can see the little bulbules on them. This is a horrible vine. To get rid of this horrible vine, you can just follow it to the ground. And instead of having to undo it all the way down there, just find it at the base. Here's my herb garden a few days later, after I planted it. See these cucumbers, they made the move just fine in July. And look at them, they're doing great. And these zinnias, I planted these from seed earlier this year, and that is seed that I saved from last year. Here's some nasturtiums. These look different because of the leaves have a darkish color. Here's some more creeping thyme. Here is forget-me-not right here. And basil. This is going to be a nice herb garden. And there's some cosmos. Look at that. I don't know what kind of butterfly that is. It's on this. This is bee balm. Morning glory I don't want. Let's just get rid of it. So yeah, my herb garden is doing just great after a few days. For about a week.